everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. You know, there are good men everywhere. Everywhere. I know I've said that they're scarce, but they are out there. Today I had to go to Home Depot to pick up some things to work on the garden some more. And when it was time to load, I was waiting for a loader to come. And if you've gone to Home Depot before, it just kind of takes a while before a loader comes to you. So this young man came and he said, "You want me to load that up for you?" I said, "Yeah, sure." And he came. He had a pile of stuff on one of those rollers himself, but he pushed his aside to help me load these stones up into my car. And I was delighted. And he said to me, he said, there are still some good men out here. He said, they're very few, but we're still out here. And, I felt encouraged. I felt encouraged, ladies. There's no reason why you can't meet a good man. But the thing about it is, you have to put out that energy. All right? You have to put it out. It radiates out of you. If you have a light in you, it will draw good people to you. Now, it'll draw some not so good people to you too, but they're just coming to use up your good energy. All right? But there are some good people who are coming to help. Now, see, that young man was a giver. You see, that's how you can tell. If you meet somebody and he's coming to genuinely help you, then 9 times out of 10, he's a giver. Okay? But see, for me, I'm not looking to date anybody. So, I try to keep it all business, and I thanked him and I offered to give him a tip or something like that. And he refused, and he was just glad to do it. That was wonderful. It lifted my spirits just to let me know that there are still good men out there who will come and help you out, ladies. And this was a black man. Okay. I've had men of all colors it's funny I say colors, but I have all types of men, that help me when I go to the Home Depot. Ladies, if you have that kind of energy, they will come. And if you're not looking for them, that's when they come. That's the key. If you're out looking and you give that energy that, I want a man, I need a man, it'll be harder to find a man who needs you. You can find a man who will come to use you because he will pick up on that need. You're putting out that vibration that you need a man for whatever reason. And the negative energy will grab a hold to that. Okay, but they won't pretend that they're good in the beginning. But then after a while, you get to see who they really are. But I just wanted to say that, there are some good, decent, wholesome men out there. And this young man, I don't know if he was married or anything. He didn't really have a ring on, but that doesn't tell anything. But he was just he seemed like a very nice guy. And when he was, lifting those heavy stones into my car, he talked about his grandmother and how she, worked on her garden until she was 90 years old and all of that. And, I plan to live at least to 110. I hope everything works out that way. And I plan to work in my garden the whole time. So I spend a lot of time out here making sure that, it will be less work the older that I get. So I try to make it, a low maintenance garden if that's possible. But there are good men that will help you, that will love you, and that will care for you. But ladies, the key is that you be what you want. You see, you have confidence. You love yourself. Don't look for a man, because that's when one will come up to you. When they get the vibration that you're not really looking for nobody. And then they will come up to you. Now, those guys who come and whistle at you on the street and holler at you, hey, baby, or stop, stop, on the road trying to get your attention and stuff like that. Nah, that's nothing. No, that's nothing. Scratch that off, ladies. Pass that by. That is not good for you. He's just looking to use you for his own benefit. He's not looking for a companion, someone to share his life with. He's not looking for that. You want that kind of man, because you want a long-term relationship, a real solid relationship, ladies. You can have that in your heart without looking for anybody. Don't look for anybody, and don't go out and choose people because they have a lot of money, or they, live in a big house and you want to live in that house, and they drive a big fancy car and you want to ride in that car. A lot of men try to attract women with their cars. A lot of men do that because they know women like nice cars. But the thing is, it's the man that's important. It's the man that's important, because I'm going to tell you, there are quite a few men who have a lot of money, but they don't want to attract a woman by that money. So in the street, they just look like anybody. They don't flaunt it. They may come in a raggedy truck. You understand? You never get to see where they live or anything. But there are men out here who are set financially, but they don't flaunt their money. Now, men who flaunt their money, most of them don't have much, living paycheck to paycheck. They may make a lot in a paycheck, but still living a paycheck to paycheck. They're just living right on the fence of the income that they have. You don't want that either. You see, you get a lot of playboys like that, right on the edge. You want somebody that's solid, somebody who will stay home with you at night and not creep around and be on his phone trying to text other people and all that kind of stuff. You want a wholesome man, a man who can add to your life, ladies. So I just wanted to let you know that there are some good men out there, good men who are looking for good, wholesome women, not a caricature of a woman, but a good, wholesome, natural woman. That's what a good man wants. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And if you're looking for today's affirmation, the link is also in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.